Hello Sagittarius, welcome to the end of September. Your reading's late AF, but we're all in divine timing, aren't we? So, straight up, obviously this is Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node and progressed, like it is every time. Guys, I really feel like your energy is fucking magnetic at the end of September. Like, seriously? I feel like you guys are in such a vibe. I feel like you guys... Also, I've got some new astro dice, so we're now using astro dice to explore some fun new things. So we're going to look at the overall theme of the end of September for you with these astro dice. But basically, we already know what the theme is, because the theme is that I feel you're just really feeling in like such a high vibe energy within yourself. We have Aquarius, 6th house, moon coming out. So you guys... That's what it is. I feel like you guys are really vibing with yourself. We have the moon. I don't know if you can really see these. I don't think that you can. 6th house. Then we have Aquarius. Just here. If that's gonna... I don't know. Okay, so this feels to me like creating a lifestyle that really feels completely like left field from maybe what other people or what you would have thought that you were going to do in the past. This feels like with Aquarius, moon, 6th house, it's almost like finding a level of comfort with doing things in a little bit of a rebellious way. I feel like you guys are rebelling against this version of society or this version that you had in the back of your mind that was telling you that you needed to show up to your daily life in a certain way. I think that the vibes are coming in for you at the end of September, Sagittarius, because you're just saying, screw it. Like, I myself, like this Aquarius energy, it's giving me just like, I am essentially so happy to be me, and I'm so comfortable with being me that I don't need to, you know, just be doing anything that isn't actually in alignment with my genuine sense of self and where I'm going. I feel like you guys are really in a powerful energy at the end of September. It feels like you're in a really high manifestational energy, and I suppose, you know, moon in the 6th house. This is saying that there's a real focus at the moment on nurturing and nourishing yourself through your daily life and through your daily routine. And I think the quirkiness of your routine, the quirkiness of how you're showing up to life, the quirkiness to how, I'm feeling like it's just like you are doing things in a bit more of an unconventional way, and this unconventional approach is what's kind of changing up everything. That's what it feels like. It feels like there's a shift in energy, there's a shift in vibe. It's like the vibes have been a little stale for a while, and with this routine shift at the end of September, you guys are just like getting this like whole new energy that's coming in for you. So we have the beggar and the avenger archetype coming out. So you guys are in an energy of overcoming serious lack mentality. I feel like you guys have, especially with the storyteller coming out as well, I feel like some of you guys have stories that you've built up within your mind that tell you that you're never going to be someone that has enough money. You're never going to be someone that has enough physical security, because this beggar card is about physical security. So when the beggar comes out for me, we're talking about money here. We're talking about career, we're talking about finances, and we're talking about a sense of freedom in the world, because this beggar is giving me this energy. Like, up until the end of September, you've been feeling... It feels subconscious too, and it feels subtle. It doesn't feel like you have overtly been thinking like, oh, like I'm so stuck, like I'm never going to be able to actually live the life that I see as a dream in the back of my mind for myself. Like, I feel like you guys have just been going along with things and sort of just like, you know, making changes here and there, but something hasn't been clicking. It's not until this Aquarius moon in the 6th house that things start to click, because it's your daily life and the daily actions that you're taking that are really going to make the changes for you in the end of September. This Avenger, it says desire to balance the scales of justice, righteousness on behalf of oneself or society. So I do feel as though at the moment, and for a lot of you guys, you might have had situations in the past where you actually lost out financially. You lost out physically when it came to a certain situation. With this storyteller as well, it could be that some of you guys have this story, have this belief because you grew up in a family that might have happened to. You know what I mean? There could have been whatever financial issues plagued you when you were younger are subconsciously still coming up for you to work with and to deal with and through now. That's why the moon's coming out, because the moon is subconscious. Well, it's not subconscious, but it's subtle. The moon is subtle. People don't really see each other's moon signs until we really get to know each other. And so the moon coming out, this is a part of you that you've been kind of keeping hidden to yourself. I feel like this this energy is coming out at the end of September that's asking you to get the ball rolling, to make things move, to make things start to grow again. I feel like a lot of you guys, you really want to travel. I always get with this card, traveling. I really feel like you guys want to travel, you know. You might even want to teach. Some of you guys might feel as though you have gifts to share with, like, teaching, and you've kept yourself stuck. Because with this beggar, you know, it says light attributes, confronts empowerment at the level of physical survival, awakens the spiritual authority of humility, compassion, and self-esteem. But the shadow attribute is dependence on others to the exclusion of effort. So it feels like at one point in time there was a little bit, and for some of you guys it could have been maybe even relying on family, or possibly like just relying on people really close to you to help you get through certain situations. And I feel like what's coming in at the end of September is just like you taking the reins now. You just being like, no, I'm going to fix this situation. I'm going to get myself out of this situation. You know, if I'm in debt, I'm going to do something about this. I'm not going to wait for someone else to come help me. I'm not going to, you know, try and hope or wish that someone would come in and, you know, save the day. It's giving me like knight in shining armor sort of vibes. Now you're kind of giving yourself permission to just take the ball and run with it. We have eternal love, happiness, harmony, and fulfillment. So you guys are finding so much happiness because you're taking your manifestational powers seriously. I'm so sorry about the dog in the background. She doesn't shut the hell up. The cleaner just arrived. Okay, but you guys are finding just so much fulfillment through your manifestational powers because you're allowing yourself to finally use them. I feel like with this beggar, you've had a story for a long time that has been keeping you in this energy of manifesting lack after lack, or just the same things. Like it's giving me like same shit, different smell. It's giving me like someone who's continuously, you know, moving from different situations, but isn't really finding themselves feeling that much better everywhere you go. You know what I mean? It's like you leave one relationship, and you go move somewhere else and then start a whole new life, and then you find that you're actually still not feeling any better. You know what I mean? Like that kind of energy. And with this hidden gift coming out, the end of September is offering you, look, it says sadness and ending a beginning. It's offering you an opportunity to finally like release. I feel like it's like a releasing of an identity. You guys have held on to, it's like, it feels like there's two different identities that you have, Sagittarius. It feels like you have the beggar and you have the avenger. It feels like there's one part of you that is like so righteous and is like, I can do this, I can change my life, I can change the world, I can do all this stuff. And it's so like powerful. And of course you're Sagittarius, you're a fire sign. So you have this innate fire and this power and this drive. And you know, it's really magnetic and it's contagious. But then there's the other side of you that feels like you don't have the resources, that feels like you don't have enough to make it happen, that feels like, you know, you're like, who am I to do that? I don't have enough, like I'm not good enough. It's kind of like this, like it says, confronts empowerment at the level of physical survival. So it's almost like sometimes you have all this righteousness that says, I can make a difference. But then you also have this voice that says, but I don't have the money. But I don't have the resources, but I don't have enough land, but I don't have enough this, but I don't have enough that. It's constantly telling yourself, like, the way she's holding her hands over her face, you know? It's just like, it's the overwhelm of, I feel like I'm called to do this, I feel like I'm called, and you have Aquarius coming out as well, so you literally have this call to serve humanity in some sort of way, or to do something to take and to nurture humanity in some sort of way, whether it's with animals, with this 6th house, or, you know, counseling, or it's working with health, you know, healthcare, all that sort of stuff. Even, you know, no matter what job you do on this physical plane, you can turn that into some sort of service towards someone or something. It's about you being a light worker in that role. So it doesn't matter whatever your role is. What matters is how you're in service to humanity through that role. And I feel as though you guys, at the end of September, are kind of like realizing that you have been in service this whole time, that you are in service to humanity, that you are doing the right thing, you know, that you have this power, and this sadness that lives within you, it comes from childhood. It doesn't come, this is like a deep-rooted thing. It's not just a sadness that's shown up like all of a sudden. This is like deep subconscious stuff that I'm feeling. But this beggar, you know, this is like it says, confronts empowerment at the level of physical survival, awakens a spiritual authority of humility, compassion, and self-esteem. So it's learning to have humility and compassion with yourself, even in situations that are less than ideal. We have the Three of Cups, we have the World, we have the Six of Cups, and the Ace of Swords coming out for you. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Three of Wands. So I'm really liking all of these cards. This all feels really positive to me. It is really the ending of a chapter. It's the closing of a cycle. The end of September, I think, is going to have you in more of like a celebration energy than you've been in a while. And I feel like you guys are finally seeing that through connecting with others. And it feels like it's like almost like you seeing that through even talking with your friends and connecting with people that you really like and care about, people close to you or people you work with. It's like you're inspiring people left, right, and center through the way you're changing within yourself, through the way that you're seeing your own essence. Like this hidden gift, it's a new beginning. We have this Six of Cups that landed straight on top of the Avenger. So I feel like you guys have had this childhood need, and with this World coming out as well, it's like this knowing that from literally being a child, you've known that you had something to give the world. You've known that you have a huge heart that has to share. You have to teach and give your soul in some way to the world. And with this Ace of Swords, like you have a gift when it comes to your tongue. You have a gift when it comes to your mind, your speaking, the way you can connect and communicate. And that's Aquarius as well. You know, it's an air sign. So you have a natural ability to communicate with others that helps them to see things clearly. So it's giving me the energy like if you were a counselor, like you're someone who the most disheveled person could walk into your office and sit on your lounge and really not want to open up or talk about anything. And you literally have such a high vibration. You have such a big heart and such a energy as well that people feel safe in, because that's the thing as well, Sag. You've been through, and I'm starting to get goosebumps now, so this is a real message. You've been through these archetypes, this beggar, you know, you've had to lose it all. You've had to go through the dark stuff so that you can sit in front of these people, you know. You've had to experience the dark so that you can sit in front of these people and reassure them that the light truly does come back. That the light really, truly is there. I just saw 1333 on the cameras too when I said that, as well, when I said that. So threes might be a number that's coming up for you. You have the Three of Cups and you have the Three of Wands coming out as well. So threes, 33. It feels like we have 6 here as well. 3 and 3 is 6. So I don't know. I just feel like for you guys, you have this gift where people see themselves in you and you don't intimidate them. You know, it's like giving me, like I was talking about, say, with the counselor example, it's like they're sitting there, and because you're so authentic, because you're so you, because they are not getting any sort of judgment, any sort of discomfort when it comes to, hey, I can actually really share myself in this space and I'm not going to be judged or ridiculed for it. You know, people don't realize, and especially people that are in like therapy and stuff, and of course it's not everyone, but there are people out there who don't even realize the righteousness or the self-righteousness that they have. And that's why this Avenger's coming out, because you're someone who has seen that and who has done it before as well, because we're not going to deny that you're a Sagittarius. I have a lot of Sag as well, and I'm currently a progressed Sag rising. So dogma is a thing that Sag has to deal with. Our beliefs can get very, very, you know, we're like, that's the way, that's the only way. Like, this is what I'm passionate about, this is what the truth, and that's all it is. It's all you see. So, you know, there's been a need to kind of like drop that, and a need to let that sort of go. This Avenger is really giving me like this energy, like I keep saying over and over again, like you finally accepting, I think, a level of where you've been at. Like, this is giving me the energy of someone who like used to be on drugs really, really bad, or someone who used to be a really bad alcoholic, or someone who was a really bad gambler, you know, just had some sort of vice or some sort of thing that they would do that they were kind of ashamed about, and they didn't want others to know about, or they didn't want others to sort of confront them about, or whatever. It feels like there was a level of shame there, and it feels like you, at the end of September, like you're realizing how much you've actually overcome that. You're realizing that the past happened exactly the way it needed to happen. You needed to have the vices that you had, or like, you know, the issues that you had, because they help you to help others with that same problem. You know, the issues that we face, the healing that we need to explore the most is the healing that we need to give. You know, they say, what is it, like, the teacher teaches what is it? It's something about like the teacher teaches what the teacher really truly needs to learn. Something like that. You know what I mean. So it's a really beautiful time for you at the end of September, honestly, Sagittarius, because there's a joy, there's a happiness, there's a restoration and a recalibration that's coming in for you, because look, wow, we have the sun. It's just such a vibe for you. It's such a vibe because you're going to see that your sadness, your depression, your unhappiness this whole time has been a hidden gift, because it's actually allowed you to finally empower yourself in a way that you didn't realize you weren't empowering yourself in before. You know what I mean? We have the Knight of Cups, the Nine of Pentacles, and Temperance coming out as your final cards. So this is beautiful, beautiful, beautiful energy. The Knight of Cups is saying you see a vision now. You see a potential and an opportunity for beauty and growth and magic in your life that you didn't see before. And the end of September is showing you, you know, this fulfillment, this joy, this grace. You've come an awful long way. And with this Nine of Pentacles, you know, you have had to make a lot happen on your own, and that's why this beggar archetype's coming up, because you're seeing that you've overcome this archetype now. Yes, things may not be perfect. You may not have all the money in the bank that you want, but you are well and truly on the way. I feel like you guys have more of a sense of identity, self-identity, and self-empowerment than you've ever had. This Temperance is literally saying keep nourishing, protecting, and honoring your inner world, because your lifestyle is really about to upgrade. Your lifestyle is completely changing up. And, you know, we're in Virgo season as I'm filming this. We're coming to the end now, so it's about to be Libra. But, you know, it's been an upgrade in our lifestyle. It's been an upgrade in how we're seeing the way we can connect with the world, and how we can connect with our dreams and our goals and our future. It's almost like maybe at the beginning of Virgo season, or just maybe during even the Venus retrograde, because it was in a fire sign. It might have had you a little bit like, oh God, like everything feels like so weird right now. Everything feels a little bit like the cogs just aren't quite moving. And it honestly feels like now at the end of September, like things are starting to take form. They're starting to take shape. You've given yourself, time to really delve. I honestly think that all these retrogrades have been really powerful for you to really get clear on yourself and to get clear on where you've been and where you're going. I just feel like there's a real nurturing the self vibe here. Like, I just feel like you guys are finally seeing it's like you have a golden gift. You have a golden talent. You have something that you can offer to people, whether it's a creative gift, it's a speaking gift, it's an art, or even it's like we said, it's just a gift of being able to talk people through things, you know? This is giving me someone needs to go and work in a suicide hotline, you know? Like, something like that. Like, you guys don't even realize just how much you have this power and this potential and this ability to literally bring gold. Like, I'm seeing gold everywhere. I'm just seeing gold, Sagittarius. So, like, I feel like everything that you touch is turning to gold, because you've given yourself the opportunity to go through the discomfort, the uncomfort, the ugly, what didn't look good, what didn't feel right, you know. You've come out on the other side now, and there's an abundance that's coming in that you have not known before, because this is soul abundance. This abundance comes from the soul. It doesn't come from the external world anymore, you know. You may be physically experiencing external abundance, but that abundance, the source of it, is actually coming from within you. It's actually coming from the way you feel about yourself and the way you feel within your life and your daily reality. It's not about someone coming in and, you know, fixing everything. You're fixing things yourself because by realizing that you were never broken. You were never broken. You've literally just been on a process of learning, and that's what human life is about. We're in a school, apparently. You know, Earth, I do believe that Earth is a playground and Earth is a school. It's where an awful lot of souls are trying to get right now. And the fact that we're here in these physical bodies means that we're in the leading edge. We chose to be here. We wanted to do this. We wanted to move through this work. And you, Sag, are going to feel so good by the end of September because you know how much work that you've done. You see it and it's starting to physically manifest in your reality. So get ready. I feel like October is going to be great for you. I'm excited now to do your October reading because this is just really, really good energy. So Sag, I'm going to leave this video here. Thank you for being here, Sagittarius. I really, really appreciate you. If you enjoyed this video, please do give it a like. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, then what are you doing? If you want to book a personal tarot or astrology reading with me, you can do that down below through the link in my description. I have lots of options. Make sure you check out your channeled song, and I will see you guys in your October reading. Peace.